God says you are chosen to receive this miracle tonight at 10 p.m. Keep this message private. This blessing has been reserved especially for you, and something extraordinary may unfold within the next 3 days. Don't turn away. Open this message now before the opportunity passes. You are being called to step out of days ruled by fear and enter a season of protection, healing, and renewal that I have quietly prepared for you. You do not need to tell everyone about it, nor must you hurry to seek recognition from the outside. Some beautiful things need to be preserved in silence until they are strong enough to bear fruit. I want you to become still, not because a blessing will disappear if you are delayed, but because the noise of anxiety has often prevented you from hearing the peace that is guiding you. This is not a test to determine whether you will perform a certain ritual. What I am looking for is whether your heart is willing to leave doubt behind, enter awareness, and live according to what is upright. Your name has never been forgotten among the countless people in this world. I know you through the hidden things others cannot see. I heard the broken prayers you offered during nights when you were too tired to form complete sentences. I saw you lower your head beneath burdens involving money, health, and the safety of your family. I know there were times when you felt as though your life was being determined by people who did not understand you, by closed doors, or by events beyond your control. But my beloved child, no circumstance has the authority to declare that your journey is over. I am rewriting the way you see yourself so that you will no longer live like someone forgotten, but as one who is loved, protected, and guided step by step. I am placing protection around your home, not so that you will become obsessed with invisible dangers, but so that you will learn to build that home upon truth, love, and healthy boundaries. Archangel Michael stands as a symbol of courage, reminding you that what is good must be protected through awareness. Guard your family from bitter words, prolonged silence, and decisions made in anger. Protect your mind from fear-filled information, promises lacking transparency, and voices that continually cause you to question your worth. My protection is often present through the wisdom that helps you stop at the right moment, recognize an impure motive, and find enough courage to say no to what could damage your future. A new door is opening, but it is not a secret passage that requires you to compete or act in panic. That door may take the form of a solution you never considered, a trustworthy companion, a work opportunity, a path toward healing, or a decision that frees you from an old cycle. There are things opposition has tried to delay by making you exhausted, distracted, and convinced that every effort is useless. But I am breaking the power of despair. You will no longer postpone what you know needs to be done, merely because you fear failure. You will begin completing unfinished tasks, seeking appropriate support, and leaving relationships that only take from you without ever respecting you. The abundance I bring is not limited to numbers appearing in an account. I am giving you the ability to create value, manage resources, and preserve peace when circumstances change. You once hoped that a large amount of money would appear and solve every problem. But I want to give you something deeper, the understanding that will keep you from returning to habits that create lack. Learn to see clearly what you already have. Identify what must be prioritized, recognize what needs to stop, and determine which direction can develop sustainably. If an opportunity promises quick gain but requires secrecy, borrowing beyond your means, or ignoring transparency, it is not the road I want you to follow. What is good can withstand examination and will not leave your heart in confusion. I am also bringing healing to the parts of you that have grown weary. Some pain needs to be cared for through rest, professional support, and healthy habits rather than through simply forcing yourself to endure more. You are not weak when you admit that you need help. You do not lack faith when you seek someone capable of guiding you. I may work through the hands of those who provide care, through wise counsel, and through the discipline of caring for yourself each day. Listen to your body's limits and do not force yourself to continue merely to prove that you are strong. I want you to live fully, not merely survive in exhaustion. You once believed that a miracle had to happen quickly in order to prove that I was listening. Yet many miracles begin quietly before they become visible. One new thought can break years of despair. One sincere apology can begin the restoration of a family. One small financial decision can alter the direction of many months that follow. One courageous refusal of what is unsuitable can protect you from a great burden. Do not despise small movements. These seemingly ordinary choices are forming a new current that carries you away from chaos and into a life built upon a foundation. What you have prayed for has begun to move, but not every answer will come in the form you imagined. I may not bring an old person back, but I will give you peace to move forward. I may not restore a lost opportunity, but I will open a direction that fits you better. I may not erase every consequence immediately, but I will give you wisdom, endurance, and companions who can help you address each part. Do not confine me to only one method. I know which path will help you mature without losing your integrity. What must be placed into your hands and what must be removed in order to protect you. The confirmation you need is not found in a number or a public action. It is found in the peace gradually returning, in the courage urging you to do what is right, and in the clarity helping you recognize the next step. You do not need to prove your faith through dramatic declarations. Prove it by living honestly, keeping your word, treating others kindly, and abandoning the habits that have repeatedly pulled you backward. When you do what is right, even when no one is watching, you are laying another stone in the foundation of your new season. When you remain humble amid positive change, you protect blessing from pride and carelessness. I am sending the right people closer to your journey, but you must learn to discern. Someone truly meant to support you will not make you afraid, dependent, or powerless to choose for yourself. They will respect your boundaries, encourage your growth, and help you recognize your own ability. Do not give your trust merely because someone says exactly what you want to hear. Observe how they live, whether they keep their word, and how they treat people who can offer them. Nothing. I do not want your longing for help to make you open the door to wrong motives. Favor walks with discernment, and genuine love never requires you to exchange your dignity. My beloved child, you are nearer to an important transition than you realize. It is not because angels are racing against time, but because something within you has begun to become ready for change. You are tired of living in fear. You no longer want to keep avoiding responsibility or shrinking your dreams. You are learning how to hope without becoming blind, trust without becoming reckless, and act without allowing panic to control you. That is the sign that the old season is losing its power. Keep your heart quiet and continue walking faithfully. I remain the one who accompanies you through every circumstance. But I do not want you to wait only for something extraordinary. I want you to recognize the wonder taking place as you become wiser, freer, and strong enough not to return to old cycles. Provision will arrive together with responsibility. Healing will walk with proper care, and protection will accompany conscious choices. You have not been forgotten. You have not been left behind. Your prayers have been heard, and the answer is gradually appearing through suitable doors, courageous steps, and a life being rebuilt through peace. I have not been silent before your sighs, nor have I ever turned away from the tears you hid in dark corners where no one could see. I heard even the words you could not form into sentences, and understood the feelings you kept inside because you feared others would consider you weak. Not one of your tears fell without meaning. They watered the soil of maturity, softened places that had become hardened by disappointment, and prepared you for a more spacious season. Pain is not permitted to become your permanent dwelling place. I am turning what once caused you to lower your head into understanding, and days that seemed directionless into a foundation from which you can walk more steadily. My hand has never become too short, and my love has never weakened, simply because you could not yet see the answer. Many times you questioned whether your cry had been heard, because your circumstances appeared unchanged, but silence around you does not mean I am inactive. There are works I am carrying out in places you cannot yet see, and there are things that must be arranged within you before outward change appears. I used waiting to separate you from impulsiveness, closed doors to protect you from unsuitable roads, and misunderstanding to teach you not to place your worth in the mouths of others. You were not delayed because you were forgotten. You were being prepared so that when you entered the new season, you would no longer carry the old habits that once drained you. I have made a declaration concerning you. The past does not possess the right to condemn your future. Failure is not permitted to become your name, and accusations cannot determine how far you will go. The chains of shame, delay, and fear are gradually losing their strength as you choose to stand in truth. You do not need to fight every word spoken against you. Let the way you live become the answer. When you remain upright amid injustice, continue doing good without recognition, and refuse to allow bitterness to change you, lies will gradually lose their place. I am clothing you with calmness, discernment, and courage, so that you will no longer be pulled from side to side by chaotic voices around you. Michael stands as a sign of the protection and strength I have placed around your journey, but understand that this covering does not require you to live in fear of invisible dangers. It teaches you to remain alert. I protect you through wisdom that helps you recognize what is unhealthy, courage that enables you to establish boundaries, and peace that prevents you from rushing into impulsive decisions. There are doors I close because they would lead you toward deeper harm. There are people I allow to leave because their presence continually causes you to lose direction. There are plans I permit to slow because their foundations are not yet secure. Do not call every interruption a failure. Often, it is exactly how I preserve what is most precious within you. You once asked how much longer you would have to wait, and how many more trials you would endure before you could finally rest. I heard that question during the nights when you were exhausted and no longer wanted to pretend that you were strong. But the final lesson is not about how much more pain you can endure. What I want to teach you is that you can continue believing in what is good. Even before you see the complete answer, you can preserve peace while circumstances remain unchanged. You can take one upright step without knowing what the next 10 steps will be. Faith does not require you to pretend that everything is easy. It simply reminds you that what is happening today is not everything. Tomorrow can bring, I have begun working. By changing the way you perceive life itself, you no longer want to continue living like someone always waiting for disaster. You are beginning to recognize that you can choose clarity instead of panic, responsibility instead of avoidance, and hope instead of self-condemnation. That is the first sign of a miracle. When your mind is released from thoughts that continually pull you down, you will see opportunities that fear once concealed. When you stop calling yourself a failure, you will possess enough courage to learn again, begin again, and repair what remains unfinished. I am preserving your family, not only by preventing tragedy, but also by healing the way you treat one another. Let protection begin with your words. Do not use old wounds as weapons in new arguments. Do not allow silence to become a wall that keeps loved ones from drawing near. Some things need to be spoken gently. Some mistakes need to be acknowledged humbly, and some boundaries need to be established, so that the home is no longer a place where people are free to wound one another. I am bringing peace into your household, but that peace must be nourished by honesty, respect, and a willingness to forgive without continuing to tolerate wrongdoing. I am also protecting your finances by bringing order into places that were once chaotic. You do not need to feel ashamed when looking back at unwise decisions. Receive the lesson and continue forward. Make a plan. Distinguish between what is necessary and what merely soothes emotion, and do not allow comparison to make you spend money in order to prove your worth. I may open an opportunity, bring a suitable person, or place a new idea within you, but you must prepare to manage it. Provision is not only having more, it is also knowing how to preserve, allocate, and use resources for meaningful purposes. I do not want you to leave scarcity only to become a prisoner of greed. There are things I am doing very privately, so subtly, that only you will fully understand their meaning. A timely word may remind you of something you once prayed for. An ordinary meeting may reconnect you with a direction you thought had been lost. An unexpected peace may confirm that you are standing before the right choice. You do not need to share every plan with everyone, because not everyone is mature enough to support what is being formed. Preserve new seeds in silence. Care for them through consistent action, and allow results to speak when the time comes. What truly belongs to you does not need to be protected through display, but through wisdom and discipline. Others may become confused when they see you changing. They were accustomed to seeing you apologize for your presence, shrink your dreams, so that no one would feel uncomfortable, and accept less than the respect you deserved. But now you will walk with a new steadiness. You do not need to speak loudly to prove anything. Freedom in your eyes, calmness in your decisions, and the way you no longer react from old wounds will be enough to show that something profound has happened. If they ask what opened the way, you may say that I taught you to rise, face the truth, and stop placing your future into the hands of fear. I am opening a door that is not built upon panic, greed, or shame. It is the door of maturity, through which you will walk with restored dignity. Fear cannot lock it when you no longer agree with lies. Old guilt cannot hold you. When you have acknowledged what was wrong, made changes, and chosen another road, no person can close the part of the way I am opening if you continue living with integrity. But do not try to force open doors. I have not opened walk calmly, because what is right will not require you to lose yourself in order to obtain it. My beloved child, You remain one whom I love and have chosen to live a meaningful life. That calling does not make you greater than others. It gives you responsibility to become a source of peace, hope, and support. When you are rebuilt, remember those who are still broken. When you have resources, help with wisdom. When you find your voice, use it to heal rather than humiliate. I am leading you out of a season of battle. Not so that you will forget the past, but so that those experiences may make you more compassionate. Continue walking without panic. I never left you in the battle, and I will not abandon you when you enter a season of peace. What I am doing will not only change your circumstances, it will change the way you stand within them. You will no longer collapse because of one sentence, surrender because of one closed door, or forget your entire journey because of one difficult day. I am speaking through clarity, renewed strength, and suitable opportunities gradually appearing. You still belong to me. I remain the Father guiding you, and no darkness can stop the light growing within your life. You are entering a season in which the fear of lack will no longer be permitted to determine how you view your future. I saw the nights when you could not sleep because of money, the moments when you quietly calculated every small expense, and the times when you feared that one more unexpected event would cause everything to collapse. I know you are tired of always living defensively, preparing for the worst and being afraid to breathe freely, because peace seemed temporary. But today, I want you to lift your head. I am bringing order into what was chaotic, clarity into what was unclear, and hope back into the place where you had nearly stopped expecting anything. Your struggle is not the ending. It is becoming the foundation of a steadier life. The provision I am opening is not merely an amount of money that comes and quickly disappears. I am teaching you how to build, preserve, and use resources wisely. You once believed that if you only had more, every fear would disappear. But I know that if your mind remains ruled by panic, no amount will ever make you feel secure. Therefore, I am healing the way you understand sufficiency. I want you to stop spending in order to cover sadness, stop comparing yourself and devaluing what you possess, and stop entrusting your future to impulsive decisions. True prosperity begins when there is order within, when you know what must be prioritized, and when you understand that money is a tool for building rather than a measure of dignity. When I restore, I do not touch only the surface and leave deeper places. Wounded, I see your whole life. I know that your body has become tired through prolonged stress. Your mind has often been exhausted by constant thinking, and your heart has withdrawn after repeated cycles of hope and disappointment. I am leading you back into genuine rest. You will learn to stop without feeling useless, care for yourself without feeling selfish, and seek help when it is necessary. Healing does not always arrive in one brilliant moment. Often, it comes through small habits, repeated patiently, through one decision to live more healthily, and through your refusal to continue carrying everything alone. I am also redeeming the years you believed had been wasted. The slower seasons were not empty, because you learned endurance, compassion, and discernment concerning what truly matters. Old mistakes were paid for with tears, but they are not permitted to keep taking your future. Receive the lesson and release the shame. You cannot return and change what happened, but you can use today's understanding to choose a different direction. I will not allow difficult years to remain only painful memories. I will turn them into experience that helps you manage more wisely, love with greater discernment, and walk with greater care. What was once denied may return in a form better than what you imagined. An old opportunity may never reopen, but a more suitable path can appear. Someone who left may not return, but the empty space may help you recognize those who genuinely value you. A failed plan may not be rebuilt exactly as before, but its lessons may become a map that protects you from another fall. Restoration does not always mean receiving back exactly what was lost. Sometimes I restore by releasing you from the need to return and then giving you something healthier, more spacious, and more suitable for the person you are becoming. You once lived in such fear of losing everything that you could not fully enjoy what you already had. Every joy carried a question, every opportunity brought suspicion, and every step forward made you fear that you would someday be pulled backward again. But I do not want you to continue living like someone always waiting for disaster. I am building within you a peace that does not depend completely upon circumstances. You will learn to enjoy what is good without fearing that it will immediately be taken away. You will learn to appreciate today while wisely preparing for tomorrow. This peace will not make you careless. It will help you remain aware without being ruled by anxiety. Something new is opening, but do not confine it to only one image. I may bring help through an idea, a companion, work, a connection, or a solution you never considered. An ordinary conversation can open a significant door. A skill you seriously develop can become a stable source of provision. A timely recommendation may carry your name to a place that needs your ability. Keep your eyes open, but do not live tensely, searching for signs everywhere. What I lead you toward will bring clarity rather than confusion, responsibility rather than greed, and growth rather than dependence. You cannot purchase favor through public display, nor do you need to prove your faith through loud words. What I seek is a sincere heart and a life willing to change. When you ask for stability, cooperate by arranging what has become chaotic. When you long for a new door, prepare your ability to walk through it. When you ask for greater resources, learn how to manage what you already possess. Faith does not make you passive while waiting for everything to complete itself. It gives you strength to do what must be done even before results appear. Every responsibility you fulfill, every promise you keep, and every right decision you make expands the foundation of your future. Do not underestimate the faith that carried you through your hardest days. It was not always strong or filled with emotion. Sometimes your faith was simply getting out of bed and continuing. Sometimes it was choosing not to do what was wrong, even when you were desperate. Sometimes it was only one very short prayer in the middle of a long night. I saw it all. You do not need perfect faith. You only need to refuse fear, the final word. A heart still willing to learn. Change and hope is more precious than dramatic declarations that produce transformation. I am moving you out of a survival mentality and into a life that knows how to build in the old season. You only tried to solve each problem as it appeared. In the new season, you will learn to prepare, plan, and create long-term stability. You will no longer use every resource to extinguish the latest crisis and then return to the same place. I will teach you to set aside a portion for responsibility, a portion for the future, and a portion to help others. When you receive more, do not immediately improve your outward appearance while neglecting the foundation. Build security before display. Seek freedom from debt before chasing recognition. What is sustainable often grows quietly before others can see it. The abundance I desire for you does not end with your own hands being filled. It must reach your family, those you love, and those you will meet along the way. You understand what scarcity feels like, so you can help others without shaming them. You know what it means to wait, so you will not look down upon someone who is only beginning. You once needed an arm to lift you. So when you are steady, remember to extend your hand towards someone who is falling. This is how blessing becomes purpose, not being held selfishly, but managed in a way that produces peace, opportunity, and hope. My beloved child, lift your eyes, but keep your feet firmly upon the road before you. Help has already begun to appear through new wisdom, renewed strength, and courage growing within you. Do not wait for external circumstances to change before believing that restoration has begun. Notice the change happening as you no longer panic in the old way, as you stop to reflect, and as you begin to see solutions where you once saw only dead ends. I am redeeming your sleep, joy, health, and remaining years by teaching you how to live differently from this day forward. Continue walking with humility and calm expectation. I have not finished my work within you. What is opening will not merely lighten one burden, it will change the way you carry every responsibility afterward. You have not been forgotten, excluded, or destined to live forever in lack. I am leading you from chaos into order, from fear into discernment, and from days spent merely surviving into a life capable of building. What you receive will not only fill your hands, it will enlarge your heart, deepen your wisdom, and help you become a source of peace for many others. There are things that tried to exhaust you by keeping you in constant alertness. You were afraid to rest because you believed that everything would collapse if you relaxed even briefly. But you were not created to live forever in tension. I am teaching you to rest without abandoning responsibility, trust without becoming passive, and hope while remaining alert. You can lock the doors of your home, plan for the future, investigate before deciding, and still preserve peace. Trust does not remove preparation. It prevents preparation from being controlled by panic. Remember that what I am protecting is not intended only for you. When you are rebuilt, you will become a safe place for those who come after you. When you learn to establish boundaries, you will teach your family that love does not mean enduring every form of wrongdoing. When you learn to manage resources, you will help the next generation avoid repeating cycles of lack. When you heal the way you communicate, you will create a home where those who are struggling can speak without fear of condemnation. My protection through you will become a legacy of peace, not merely one moment of rescue. My beloved child, do not live as though every day is a battle you must win alone. I was beside you during your hardest seasons, and I am still covering you with guidance, mercy, and strength. Keep your heart pure, your eyes alert, and your steps upright. Do not waste your strength fighting every rumor, every glance, or every person who does not understand you. Some battles are won through silence, through continuing to do what is right, and through a consistent life over time. What truly belongs to you will not require you to exchange peace in order to keep it. Now enter this time with a steady heart. You are protected, but not so that you may hide from life. You are protected so that you may have enough courage to enter it. You are guarded, not so that you become dependent, but so that you may mature and learn to protect what is precious. You are surrounded by my order, so that chaos will no longer rule your decisions. No plan against you can ultimately prevail when you continue standing in truth, remaining humble, and refusing to return to old chains. I am before you to open the way, beside you to support you, and behind you to keep you from falling backward. Continue walking, because the season of fear is closing, while a season of peace, clarity, and stability is